Boeing NC-135. The Boeing NC-135 is a special test and research aircraft developed from the C-135 family. Instead of being used for transport or refueling, the NC-135 was modified to serve as a flying laboratory for scientific and military experiments. These aircraft were mainly used by the United States Air Force and organizations such as Sandia National Laboratories to conduct atmospheric and nuclear-related research. During the Cold War, NC-135 aircraft were used to collect atmospheric data and monitor nuclear testing. The aircraft carried specialized instruments, sensors, and recording equipment that allowed scientists to study radiation levels and atmospheric conditions at high altitudes. Some versions were also used to test new technologies. One well-known variant was the KC-135A, which was modified for the Airborne Laser Laboratory Program. This aircraft carried a powerful experimental laser system used to test the possibility of shooting down missiles or drones from the air. Although the program was experimental, it proved that airborne laser weapons could be technically feasible. Boeing OC-135B Open Skies. The Boeing OC-135B Open Skies aircraft was designed to support the Open Skies Treaty, an international agreement created to promote transparency and trust between participating countries. The aircraft was used by the United States Air Force to conduct observation flights over other countries that were part of the treaty. The OC-135B is a modified version of the C-135 aircraft equipped with special cameras and observation systems. These included vertical and panoramic cameras that could capture detailed images of the ground during observation flights. The aircraft allowed countries to verify military activities and ensure compliance with arms control agreements. Inside the aircraft, there was space for the flight crew, technicians, and observers from both the observing and host countries. These observers could monitor the mission and verify that all activities followed the treaty rules. The aircraft helped reduce tensions between nations by allowing open aerial inspections. After the United States withdrew from the Open Skies Treaty in 2020, the OC-135B aircraft were eventually retired from service. Boeing RC-135. The Boeing RC-135 is a reconnaissance and intelligence-gathering aircraft developed from the C-135 airframe. It is primarily used by the United States Air Force for signals intelligence missions, often referred to as SIGINT. Instead of carrying weapons, the RC-135 collects electronic information from communication systems and radar signals. The aircraft is equipped with numerous antennas and sensors that allow it to detect and analyze signals from military equipment, such as radar systems, missile guidance systems, and communication networks. This information helps military analysts understand the capabilities and activities of other nations. Several versions of the RC-135 exist, including the well-known RC-135 rivet joint. These aircraft operate around the world and often fly missions near international borders or over international waters while monitoring electronic activity. The RC-135 typically carries a large crew that includes pilots, navigators, intelligence specialists, and electronic warfare operators. Their work allows military commanders to receive valuable intelligence without entering hostile airspace. Boeing WC-135, Constant Phoenix. The Boeing WC-135. Constant Phoenix is a special aircraft used by the United States Air Force to detect radioactive particles in the atmosphere. Its main mission is to monitor nuclear explosions and nuclear accidents around the world. The aircraft collects air samples using special sensors mounted on the fuselage. As the plane flies through the atmosphere, air is drawn into the system and analyzed to determine whether radioactive particles are present. These samples can help scientists identify nuclear tests or determine the source of radioactive contamination. The WC-135 has been used to monitor suspected nuclear tests by different countries and to analyze radiation following nuclear accidents. Its missions are important for verifying compliance with international nuclear test agreements. Although it looks similar to other C-135 aircraft from the outside, the interior contains specialized equipment and laboratories where technicians analyze the collected samples during flight. Boeing C-137 Stratoliner. The Boeing C-137 Stratoliner is a military transport aircraft derived from the Boeing 707 passenger airliner. It was primarily used by the United States Air Force for transporting government officials, military leaders, and other important personnel. One of the most famous roles of the C-137 was serving as a presidential transport aircraft. Before the introduction of the Boeing 747-based Air Force One aircraft, modified C-137 planes were used to carry U.S. presidents on international trips. The aircraft was equipped with communication systems and comfortable seating arrangements suitable for long-distance travel. It could also be configured for passenger transport or VIP missions depending on operational needs. The C-137 served for several decades and played an important role in diplomatic travel and government transportation during the Cold War and later years. Boeing CC-137. The Boeing CC-137 was the Canadian military designation for the Boeing 707, used by the Royal Canadian Air Force. These aircraft were introduced in the 1960s and served as long-range transport and aerial refueling aircraft. The CC-137 was capable of carrying passengers, cargo, and military personnel over long distances. This made it valuable for Canada's international military missions, including NATO operations and United Nations peacekeeping deployments. Some of the aircraft were modified with aerial refueling equipment, allowing them to refuel Canadian fighter jets during flight. This capability extended the operational range of the Royal Canadian Air Force. The CC-137 fleet served for many years before eventually being replaced by newer aircraft, such as the Airbus-based CC-135, O Polaris. Boeing KC-767. The Boeing KC-767 is a modern aerial refueling aircraft based on the Boeing 767 commercial airliner. It was developed by Boeing to provide a multi-role tanker aircraft for military forces. The KC-767 allows other aircraft to refuel while flying, which greatly increases their range and endurance. It uses both a flying boom system and hose and drogue refueling systems, making it compatible with different types of aircraft. In addition to its refueling mission, the KC-767 can also carry cargo, passengers, and medical evacuation equipment. This makes it a flexible aircraft capable of supporting various military and humanitarian operations. Countries such as Japan and Italy operate the KC-767 as part of their air forces, using it for both refueling missions and strategic transport. Boeing 737 AEW&C. The Boeing 737 AEW&C is an airborne early warning and control aircraft based on the Boeing 737 airliner. It is designed to detect and track aircraft, ships, and other targets over long distances using advanced radar systems. Unlike older early warning aircraft that use rotating radar domes, the 737 AEW&C uses a fixed radar system mounted on top of the fuselage. This radar provides continuous coverage and allows operators to monitor large areas of airspace. Inside the aircraft, mission operators analyze radar data and coordinate air operations. They can direct fighter aircraft, monitor threats, and provide real-time information to military commanders. The aircraft is used by several countries, including Australia, Turkey, and South Korea. It plays an important role in modern air defense systems by providing early warning and battlefield management capabilities. The Boeing C-135 family and its related aircraft have played many important roles, from intelligence gathering and nuclear monitoring to aerial refueling and airborne command missions. Over the years, these aircraft have supported military operations, scientific research, and global security, proving how one aircraft design can be adapted for many different purposes. Even today, their legacy continues to influence modern military aviation and aerospace technology. And before you leave, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next aviation story.